Hey YouTubers, it's Regina. It is Wednesday, November 17th, and this is week 3 post-op tummy tuck. And I hope you guys can see me. I'm using my little flip cam. It's not a flip cam, it's just some little other camcorder. But anyway, I'm using it because I think it actually is a lot clearer, and you'll be able to see my incision a little bit better, and my belly button. So, week 3, the drains came out last Thursday, and I've had some fluid shifts since then. Dr. Katzen said I would, and I did. I saw like a 3.5–4 pound loss in like 2 days. I just diuresed one night. I just kept getting up like every 15 minutes, go and pee. I was like, what the hell? And like the next day I woke up and I was down like 3 pounds. So, having said that, I'm noticing that as I'm losing fluid, that one puckered area of my scar is actually flattening out, which Dr. Katzen and Dr. Small both assured me it would. I'm going to come a little closer and I hope you can see this. I have a ton of stretch marks, always did, always will. But this puckered area, this part is smoothing out and this part is smoothing out. This tells me that I still have some fluid there because it's spongy. Also, my belly is spongy to touch, so there's more fluid there. My belly button is starting to pull itself in as it heals, and as the muscles and all the fluid shifts finish doing what they have to do in the healing process, the belly button becomes smaller and more of an innie. It's still an innie, but you can see right here I had, let me come a little closer, I did have some scabbing there, and that's gone. I still have the little abrasions that I talked about in my lap band surgeon video from Friday. Some abrasions here. That's from my lap band, that's from my lap band, and that's from my lap band. My port scar, he totally removed. And again, my port is now right here above my belly button. My incision feels fine. I woke up, I think it was Saturday morning. I was actually asleep on my belly. Don't even remember turning over. That is a preferred position for me, and I felt fine when I woke up. I was a little nervous, but I felt fine. So my incision, as I said last week, it's dark, but you really can't do any type of scar therapy until you're 6 weeks out. That's what Dr. Katzen recommends. But I do think as some of the swelling's going, I am getting a little bit more definition here, and from a side view I still have this pouchiness here in the lower flanks, but here is pretty flat, so can't complain about that. I was in Philadelphia on Sunday, Monday, and most of yesterday. I bought size 12 pants, and I bought a large top, but my girlfriend was like, you could have took a medium. And I probably could have, but I think I'm always thinking of these, you know, fat little arms. So I bought a large, and it's just a long sleeve scoop neck tee to go under cardi. So it's fine that it's a large. So maybe I will buy a medium, keep the tags on, try it on at home. My weight is 189.8, which my personal goal was 190. My surgeon's 2-year goal is 177. So 177 is just around the corner. I'm thinking by the end of January, right? 13 pounds, maybe the end of January, maybe Valentine's Day. Not going to push it. I see Dr. Small again on December 22nd. Fingers crossed. Who knows whether he'll give me a pill or not. Um, I saw him last night at the support group, and he was asking me how I was doing and everything, and I told him that I had that big fluid shift and I was diuresing all night, just peeing myself crazy for like 3 hours. And he said, yeah, you probably still have about 5 or 6 pounds to go. So 5 or 6 pounds, yes, put me at like 182, 183 without actually doing anything for it except letting my body heal and get back to itself. That's great. I watched Wendy's video this morning of her great new loft apartment. Congratulations, Wendy and Craig. That apartment is kick-ass. Love the loft apartment, exposed brick. And who doesn't like living in the city? You know, everything's right there at your door. So anyway, yes, me, dairy farmland girl, talking about living in the city. It could happen. It could happen in the next 5 or 6 months. But anyway, she was talking about soft stops, and that after all this time, you know, she experienced that. And it's so funny because last night at support group, I was talking to a guy that's newly banded. He's only had one fill. I think he's like 6, 7 weeks out, and he was talking about PBing and getting stuck, and I was like, that didn't happen to me for months. And it's happening to him in like, you know, 6 weeks, 7 weeks or whatever. And I was talking to him about soft stops and just following the rules of chewing, no drinking, because he said he had eaten bread and drank water. Yeah, I think you're probably going to get stuck, hon. But anyway, it's a learning curve, and no matter how far out you may be, you can still have a learning experience or a teaching moment, right? So I talked to him. I shared my plastic surgery story last night at support group, and also they had some tips for coping with the holidays and stress eating and things like that. And they also had samples of a crustless pumpkin pie. I also have the recipe if somebody wants it. The recipe and the samples last night were made with Splenda. I thought it tasted great. Had the same pumpkin pie flavor. It was a little lighter in texture, maybe more like a mousse. Not a mousse like pudding, but like a mousse. But anyway, and then about 10, 15, 20 minutes later, I got the Splenda aftertaste. So if I were to make it, I think I would just use 2/3 cup of regular sugar and call it a day. Because you're getting less carbs by not having the crust on it. So if anybody wants that, PM me and I'll just send it to you. Or maybe I'll post it because other people may want it. If people show interest, I'll post it. Very simple recipe. Maybe like 6 ingredients or something like that. What else? Oh, I talked to Vicki yesterday. I had been thinking about her because, you know, I was in the office when Dr. Katzen's office, when she was having her last pre-op visit. And I actually flew home the day she had surgery. And Kateria was with her, so I was texting Kateria like the whole day and throughout Vicki's whole hospital course. But now that Vicki's home, I had wanted to give her a couple days at home to get herself together. So I called her yesterday, and she's doing fine. She's tired. She's not quite got her strength back, but says that she's made several videos. She just hasn't uploaded them yet. So know that she's recovering and doing okay. What else? I'm trying to think. Oh, these yoga pants, pretty old. They still fit me in the thighs, of course. But look at this. They used to be snug on me, and now look. I love it. Like 13 inches gone. But, you know, my hips are the same. And speaking of that, I want to get back on my bike. I want to get on that treadmill over there. And 31 Christine is like, don't do it. You have your whole life to work out. You only have these next few weeks to let your body rest and recover and blah, blah, blah. I know she's right. But I'm bored out of my mind, you know. It's great having a couple days off from work, but now we're into week 3. Like, what the hell do I do with myself? You know, there's no kids here, there's no pets, there's no husband. Like, seriously? So Dr. Katzen's information says you can exercise in 4 to 6 weeks. I'm like, well, I'm 3 weeks out, but I'm doing really great. She's like, don't do it. Don't do it. So I'm not going to do it. But when I was 1 week out, he said I could go out to dinner, I could go to the mall, I could go to the movies. So I'm thinking I'm going to go to the mall, get a pedi, and do some mall walking as if I'm one of the senior citizens here in the community. But I'm just going to maybe spend an hour just like circling the mall. And the mall here is very small, people. It has a whopping 55 stores. And of those 55 stores, I probably maybe shop in 5 or 6. We have a Penny's, GNC, Bath and Body, Victoria's Secrets, the nail salon, Radio Shack. Oh, and I got my glasses there at Allegheny Optical. So 6 or 7 stores I actually go into in this mall. But maybe I'll take a tour of, there's another store in there called the Bon-Ton. It's kind of like, the Bon-Ton's maybe like a Penny's, maybe more upscale than Penny's, maybe like a Macy's or something. So maybe I'll stroll around the Bon-Ton and see what the Bon-Ton has. I think I have exhausted everything. I have no idea how many minutes this is because this little camera doesn't tell me. But thank you to all my new subscribers. 31 Christine for shouting me out. Wendy for shouting me out about the soft stop video. Also, I'm going to New Hampshire for Thanksgiving. And Joy, Cosby Kid number 6, has moved to Boston. And my girlfriend lives in Concord, New Hampshire. So I'm actually going to hook up with Joy over the Thanksgiving holiday because she's not going home for the holiday, and I'm only going to be probably an hour away from her, so that's going to be fun. Thank you again, as always, for being interested in my journey, and I will see you guys and talk to you guys really soon. If you want to Facebook me, PM me, and I'll send you my information. Take care and have a great turkey day.